Good risings. So check it out. I want to give a life update. Uh, so oh yeah, before I move on to the life update, I wanted to let people know where I've seen the information on our children across the planet being born with high defects. You can check out a channel called Afrimax. It's called Afrimax. That's why I seen our children who were born with high defects. It's called Afrimax. That's what it's called. Moving forward though, I want to give a life update. And then I want to talk about something else. I want to give some more ideas on how to dismantle the fourth belief system this time. The fourth belief system being the confused category, those of the confused nature. Moving forward though, life update. I got my ride back. What just recently happened within the last 2 years due to the whole government agenda for the migrant crisis push. I lost my crib, homeless. Nobody cares, I know, but still, just a little step by step. As time goes, I'll give a little bit by bit of my little personals. But at any rate, I had or moving forward, I lost my ride and my crib in like the same week. Like it all went to HE double hockey sticks fast for me. You dig what I'm saying? But just recently, I grabbed a new job and got my ride back fixed, and now I'm one step closer to ensuring that everything I've been saying is going to manifest more thoroughly, so to speak. I want to reveal something else I want to do before I talk about another idea of how you can all start to dismantle the fourth belief system, the confused categories, the LGBTQs, or the Satan belief system pillar. Now, I give certain belief system pillars one of the 7 characteristic spirits because it's the most visible. Now, remember, it's all connected to the same source. Everything is connected to the same source, right? But the thing is, those 7 characteristic spirits, wrath, greed, pride, and envy, and then as well as sloth, gluttony, and lust. All of those 7 characteristic spirits, each one of them are within each of these so-called belief system pillars that I came up with in order to describe what we need to fix. You follow what I'm saying? They are all mixed up within them. They're all in them. Like, for example, racism. And racism's belief system pillar, the most visible one was greed and racism. But the thing is, they're all in racism. All 7 of them are in racism. It's just the most visible one is greed. Give me a second. Yeah. 7 belief system pillars that all need to be dismantled by any moral means necessary. I was mentioning how each of the belief system pillars that I have categorized, so to speak, each of them have characteristic spirits that have the most visible within, that are the most visible within them. Like, you can see the most visible character traits within each of the belief system pillars by way of each one of the 7 spirits. So wrath, greed, pride, and envy, and sloth, gluttony, and lust, right? Those are the 7. Now, racism was the first one out of the 7 that I came up with. The most visible in racism is greed. All 7 of them are in racism, though. Like, there's pride in racism, there's lust in racism, rape, there's wrath in racism, lynching and burning and things of that nature. They're all mixed up in there. But in today's era right now, as far as the time goes, what's the most visible characteristic spirit in racism is greed. But as I've been talking, since I've been posting my little videos or what have you, I don't like to call it an ism. It's just hatred. Like I said, it's just an act of evil against a group of people. All it is. And it's only one group of people on the planet, humans. So when you see the recessive genetic class people attacking us, it's just an act of evil against us. That's all it is. So it's just race hatred. It's nothing else. It's no ism. It's no practice. Evil does not deserve to have definitions. Evil does not deserve it. I mean, yeah, in order to understand how it works and how it destroys us, sure. But it's like, it doesn't deserve much as far as all the names that we give it. Because here's the reality. due to all the ways we define how evil operates versus just calling it one thing as to what it is, we make it difficult to just classify it, solidify it, and eliminate it, meaning put a face on the enemy, because we got all these complicated names to give this type of evil or that type of evil when it's just really just all coming from one source that we need to stop. But that's another conversation, though. The second one was feminism. The second belief system out of the 7 belief system pillars to be dismantled by any moral means necessary was feminism. The most visible in feminism, from what my moral understanding sees, is jealousy. Jealousy is the most visible in feminism. They don't want us to be our best because they can't be better. And then on top of that, something really evil is just telling them to be evil. Jealousy is the root of all evil, according to what I'm seeing here. Just according to what I'm seeing, jealousy is the root of all evil. The third one, nerds and or geeks. Nerds, translation, neglected earthrealm dreamers, or geeks, gamers evading everyday knowledge and or gentlemen evading everyday knowledge. The category that categorizes the rich, middle class, and all of yea that have been poverty-stricken due to colonization worldwide. That's the third belief system pillar. My legs. The one that I come from, or the one that was primarily me. The one that's primary agenda, or the one that's characteristic spirit, that's the most visible within the nerd geek culture is sloth. Fear and sloth are the most visible in the nerd geek culture. Fear and sloth are the most visible in that one. Like I said, they're all mixed in there. Lust is mixed in there. Gluttony is mixed in there. Because like I said, if you look at my short Disposition 4, you'll see how the characteristic spirits are all put in there to label and describe how the entrenchment keeps us stuck in this world by way of a mental prison, if you follow what I'm saying so far. So, but like I said, but still, even still, the most visible within the nerd geek culture is sloth and fear. That's the most visible. For an example, if you look at that Afromax channel and you see countries like Guyana, who has some of our children born with high defects and some of our people born with high defects, neglected earthrealm dreamers, poverty-stricken zone. Why are they like that? Why is the government allowing them to be like that? Why is that allowed to go down? Why is that happening? Why are they allowed to be why are they allowed to get poisoned like that, you know? Why are they being poisoned as such? Why are they being as poisoned as such? I'm telling you all, we are all dealing with the same thing in every country. Every country has nothing but poisonous food, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not. That ain't our food. That ain't the food from the dirt. That ain't the food from the ground. That's the food from a factory, man. Man-made. Nothing natural about it. But they just tell you it is. And you buy it every time. Moving forward, though. The fourth one, the one that I want to talk about for this video in a second. The fourth one, the LGBTQs, or alphabet community, or many different names, one method of operation, make everybody on the planet confused and make every man emasculated. That's what they want. Plain and simple. It's clear as day. Ghana, you did a great job disagreeing on that bill, because you do not want them over there forcing these agendas in your head. You do not want what they have, what they were going to put in your country. You do not want it. I guarantee you do not want it. They are overwhelmingly forcing us to experience what they want us to experience. Let's not forget, as one thinketh in his mind, or as one thinketh in his heart, so shall he be. As one thinketh in his heart, so shall he be. As one thinketh in his heart, so shall he be. Why do you think they keep doing so much to keep it in our faces? Why do you think when you walk down the street, you'll see a billboard of it, of a guy putting lipstick on or something like that? You know what I mean? They They bombard us with it because, like I said, they hate us. They want to emasculate us. They want to deprive us of a normal life. They want to take all of that away from us. They don't want us to live a good normal life. They don't want that at all. For none of us. They don't want that. The most visible characteristic spirit right now, currently in today's world, for the confused community, I'm not going to call them no LGBTQs or no alphabet. I'm going to call them for what they really are, confused people. They are confused. Confused people who want to come out and confuse people. Forcefully confuse people. All for the agenda of the devil itself. It's evil. Homosexuality is evil. Why are you not saying this? Why are you not addressing it? Oh, wait, I know why. Because they'll kill you because of how desperately they want to destroy you. That's why we're not saying anything about it. Because they're going to kill you because you don't want them to destroy you. They're going to kill you because you don't want to be destroyed. You don't want to live an emasculated life, but that's what they want you to live. This is why they shoving it. That's why they forcing it on us so much. Enforcing it. Night and day. The most visible characteristic spirit in the confused belief system pillar is pride. Pride is driving the confused community upon us all right now. That is horrifyingly bad. That's more bad than you can possibly imagine type bad. Look at it this way. You want to know why we went through 400 years of slavery? Because pride wanted us to be in this world right here. You're going to let the confused community do the same thing? Because guess what? That's what they're doing. But you know what? When y'all decide to wake up and do something about it, you will. Till then, you're all going to be calling each other stupid because you don't agree with their agendas, to just put it in your faces all day and have it in your faces all day. I don't want it in my face. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. It's wrong. It's immoral. It's profoundly immoral. Look at what you are doing in order to get us to behave like this. Look at what you are doing in order to push us to behave as such. Look at what you are doing. Then again, you can tell them that, but they won't do it because they want you to go through the problems. It all connects to the same source, man. It all comes from the same source. All of the evil comes from the same source. It all does. It all does. My sister, how much I love you. I remember what you were saying in that one video that I saw you post. How you were saying with the brass of a goddess. You were saying how people who do not appreciate nor accept the confusing that these people are trying to force upon our reality, you say things like, they're stupid. They're stupid. They're idiots. You out of all people. But you know what, though? We all got a lot to learn. You know what I'm saying? We all got a lot to learn. No, sister. I love you so much. I really do. We just all got a lot to learn. The confused community is evil. Period. They are evil. What they are doing is evil. What they are trying to force in our faces is evil. What they are trying to force as our social norm is evil. It is evil. It needs to be stopped. It needs to be dismantled. How can you dismantle them? What's some ways we can do it safely? Because let's not forget, they're a very sensitive community because of how desperate they are in their attempts to destroy our lives. Let's not forget. They are being pushed by the mentality of a simp. Satan is in reality a simp. Don't forget that. He's a simp in reality. Satan or Anu, Satan, Iblis, Hades, El Shaddai, Baal, or Baal, many different names, one method of operation. Baal is still Satan. Lucifer was never one of his real names. But the Satan is the literal mentality of the Satan is driving the confused community to confuse us all. Why do you think when Ghana had signed the anti-LGBTQ bill, when he signed that, they began to take things from Ghana? They began to strip Ghana of resources, or strip Ghana of money, or strip Ghana of just look it up. You'll see they punish Ghana for not accepting their forced confusion. They punish Ghana for it. They punished them for it. Just look at it. Look at the video of them talking about it. When they signed that anti-LGBT, whatever you call that, alphabets, A, B, C, D, E. Tired of you rearranging things. Stop changing things up. You do that same thing. You do the same thing with the Bible. You just can't leave nothing the same. You have to keep changing it up and changing it up and changing it up. Is it 603 scoring 6 or is it 666? You keep changing it up and changing it up. Stop changing it up. But you can't, though, because you have to keep us confused from just that one truth. That one truth. You have to keep us away from that one truth. Who we art, or who art we, or who art thou. You got to keep us away from that one truth. Why? Because if we found it out, we'd kick you out. Because we wouldn't need you at all. Then again, the way y'all love this here government, can't tell. Seems like you need it. Seems like you want it. The way y'all accept it, like my dear sister that I was just referring to. I don't want to say her name, really. Not for this one. She'll probably know who I'm talking about if she ever watches it someday. I will always love you, no matter what, though. At the end of the day, always, I will always love you. I will always love you more than you'll ever be able to love me. If you'll ever even be able to love me. No matter what, I will always love you, period. My dear sister. I enjoy watching your channel, but I'm telling you right now, I severely disagree with you on any stance you take with them confused people. Any stance. I am completely against that in every way, shape, and form or imagination of that phrase's label and description. It is a form of evil against us, to separate us, to stop us from having children. The source of the enemy is to kill us all. That's the main thing the enemy wants to do, is lead us to our graves, lead us to a death, lead us to the end, lead us to, and it'll string it apart, it'll break it down like while we have the formats of, or while we have the format or principle of paying things every month. Why do we have that principle in our lives? Why do we have the bill payment cycle principle in our lives? Want to know why? Because think about it. The enemy has confused us into believing that money is God. What is God in reality? Power. The true God is the power inside of humanity. What is the literal meaning of the word power? The ability to do something or act in a particular way, especially as a faculty or quality. The literal meaning of power is the ability to do something. So, in reality, who the true God is. The true God is humanity's ability to do something. And the enemy told us that money, convinced us, overwhelmingly forced us, and bored our heads into the idea, into believing that money is God. Got us so into it, so into it, so pumped up for it. It's in all of our songs. We have to be told to accept these things, my family. We have to be told to accept these things. It's in all of our songs. Get money, get money, get money. Come on, think about it. If they weren't consistently telling us to overwhelmingly be gluttonous for money, then we wouldn't be gluttonous for money. We wouldn't be. We wouldn't even desire money, nor would we even look towards money for any type of sustenance or beneficiary at all. That makes sense. I'm not trying to get us to abandon money. I know we got to survive out here. I get the struggle. I get it. I'm a part of it. That's why I'm still alive. But still, towards the farmers' revolution, or towards absolute liberation. Ain't gonna be no money involved, man. It's just gonna be a fight to get out of this evil, period. At least that's just what I see for right now. But this part right here, how did Yeshua say it? Sweet on the tongue in Revelation, bitter in thy belly. Take the book, eat it up. It'll be sweet on the tongue and bitter in thy belly. And then John took the book and bit it. And surely it was sweet on the tongue, meaning just a season of talking and fixing some non-physical damages. No violence, no chaos going on. But then we're in reality, and I'm using the parable to label and describe a situation that will manifest, unfortunately, due to how evil the evil of this world is. Bitter in thy belly, physical fighting to get out of this hell. HE double hockey sticks. Shouldn't even said it. Whatever though, moving forward. But yeah, the fourth belief system pillar is the confused one. Homosexuality is evil. Oh yeah. Take this word too. The word homophobic, when they use that word, it's a trick, or it's trick talk. Don't forget, everything about them is a trick. They're trying to trick you into behaving like they behave. They're trying to trick you into it. Like, let's look at this, for example. When you look at the word homo, what it really defines is the same. And a phobia means a drastic avoidance of a fear towards something. You follow what I'm saying? Towards anything, though. It doesn't have anything to do with anything sexual. When you look at the actual word homophobic, it has nothing to do with anything sexual, actually. It's the same, and then the definition of fear. You see, like I'm saying, they're using trick language. They are insulting you with air to get you to go where they want you to go, in a sense. When they call you homophobic, but it's also a trick language. Here's what I mean when I say that. Because let's not forget, the enemy speaks reflectively. What do I mean by when I say the enemy speaks reflectively? Whatever the enemy says to you about you, it's really saying that about itself. That you are. Because it sees you as itself. Because it wants you to be as itself. That's how the enemy operates. It speaks reflectively because it sees its stupidity and evil being you. Because all it is stupidity and evil. It can't be anything else but stupidity and evil. It's all it can be. It's all it can be. So it wants you to be that. Because it can't be anything else but stupidity and evil. You follow what I'm saying? Moving forward, though. So here's an example of how homophobic is trick talk, tricknology language, or trick talk, just trickster tongue. Don't let them speak to you, in other words, type stuff. They're trying to force you to respect them. Don't forget what respect means. To draw out of you something, huh? Refuse it. It's evil. It's wrong. But homophobic real quick, though. Are you scared you're going to be like a woman? If you accept this in your reality? If you allow us to force our social norms into your reality, as they are doing right now, we're going to end up looking like Iraq. Just not the confused category, just violence breaking loose all throughout the city because they want to get their way in your face. They want their way in your face night and day. Just like the enemy wants its way in your face night and day. Just like it wants you burrowed and buried deep into the concepts of this world, where you will have no other choice but to choose what they want you to choose from. Like being surrounded by poison night and day. Eat what you want. Eat what I want. That's all that's around here is poison to eat. Yeah, you would be grateful to say, go pick something, huh? You would be ecstatic, should I say, to say, go pick something from this world when you know whatever I pick is going to string me along to an early grave. But this is the government you all choose to serve. Just need to shut it down. This video may get taken down. Ain't no cursing. Unless you count the HE double hockey sticks. I said it twice almost. Still gonna post it on the internet. Take it how you want. It's destroying our lives. We don't want our lives destroyed. Stop attacking us with this madness. Stop attacking us with the madness. You're not going to do it, though, because you want us to go through the madness. Because you yourself are madness. The enemy speaks reflectively. The enemy is a reflective style of being. It wants you to be what it is by any freaking means necessary. Why? Because it is evil. Nothing else. We are good and balanced and flesh. Nothing else. Because it's the same as spirit, soul. It's the same as life. It's the same as positive, balance, electrons. That's why many different names, one method of operation gives you life and your ability to live them accurately. I want to close by talking about the last 3 belief system pillars. And I hope these words can be used to help you dismantle some of the confused people's belief systems. Hopefully it does. Moving forward, though, the 5th belief system pillar, my arms, whom I cannot wait to reach. This plan is pretty much for all of you. You know how the nerd gang relationship was back in school and college. Wonder what it'd be like in our adult life, huh? This plan is pretty much for the gangs. Become Africa's greatest defenders, or Alkebulan's greatest defenders. Oh yeah, I wanted to reveal this. So, when I get to this system right here, when I get to this pillar right here, if it's all just really just an idea, like my brother said, you don't need an idea, you need to execute, right? Yeah, I know. Working on it. I got my ride back. I had to get it fixed. I have to take steps by steps because there are some things that want me to be overwhelmingly deprived. So it's hard to just move down the street sometimes. You know how when a cop comes out of nowhere to harass you and all you were going to do is walk that way? I was just going to walk over there. And you just came out of nowhere. You know how they get down. No reason. They just show up and they just do it. It's tough. But keep stepping anyways, because now I see a better future. At least I'm doing my best to see it. The 5th belief system pillar, the gangs. My arms. Your most visible character spirit is wrath, because you keep killing each other all day long, obviously. Just calling it like I see it. You're going to be greatness, though, soon. Once this truth fully surfaces and it gets all up in y'all minds versus all the other crazy crap that they want in your minds, and you start driving to be better for us all, including yourselves, you will become AGDs, Alkebulan's greatest defenders, Africa's greatest defenders, not just gangster disciples. Because let's not forget, I see every Blood, Crip, GD, every gang on the planet, all one. Soul Tribe. 6, belief system pillar. The tribes. Due to what is sweeping you right now, of course, your most visible will be lust. But then again, it's like, is it because it's my perspective of the tribes and how much I love our women? Or is it because they got a lot of twerking videos going on lately? Or am I even looking at the tribes right? But like I said also too, all of them are mixed in. All the 7 spirits are mixed into each pillar. It's just the most visible one right now currently. From what I'm seeing from our people outside of this here country that still live the indigenous life, because that's what the tribal belief system is. It's pretty much just a focus on the indigenous people, a focus on those who don't live according to Western standards and who are of we, who live independent, or at least the illusion of it. Ain't no such thing as independence. We all know we all enslaved by the same government. We know this already. We know. If we disobey, we die. If we help, we die. If we do what's good, we die. We know how it goes. Everybody's in prison to the same ignorance. Moving forward, though. And the 7th and final one, the religions. The most visible is gluttony. You're a gluttonous for the lies, right? I see it. Pretty soon you are too. I don't desire to be your king or your leader. I only desire to defend and protect you. It ain't about a competition with me. It's about the awareness and knowledge of what needs to be stopped. Therefore, love your neighbors, you love yourself. Defend your neighbors, you defend yourself. Be lifted in the spirit and walk good forever. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family.